I'm Marcus Thompson. I'm 34 years old, and I've been working as a night guard at Detroit State Penitentiary for 7 months. This maximum security prison has been operating since the 1960s, housing the city's most dangerous criminals. But some inmates take their sentences so seriously that they continue serving them even after death. Detroit State Penitentiary was a large complex consisting of 5 blocks. Block A for the most dangerous criminals, Block B for medium security, Block C for minor crimes, Block D for terminally ill patients, and Block E for solitary confinement cells. I controlled all blocks during the night shift. The reason I started this job was practical: good salary, health insurance, retirement plan. I had a military background, experienced in discipline and security work. I chose nights because the day shift was too busy. Chief Guard Captain Rodriguez was a man with 25 years of experience. On my first day, he gave me warnings. Marcus, night shift is different. Inmates are calmer, but they behave stranger. Even if you see some things, don't report them. What kind of things? Voices in empty cells, inmates not in the records, strange activities. But don't mind them. Just do your job. The first 2 months went normally. I worked from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Hourly patrols, security checks, incident reports. Inmates usually slept. Occasionally there were fights or medical emergencies. But the 3rd month, Monday night, I noticed something strange in Block E. I saw someone sitting in cell 347. According to electronic records, the cell was empty, but clearly an elderly man was sitting there, hands on his knees, in a thoughtful state. "Hey," I said, knocking on the cell door. "Who are you?" "This cell shows as empty." The man looked at me. "I'm Frank Williams. I've been here for 15 years. Murder charge." "Frank, how are you in this cell?" "You're not in the records?" "Not in the records? That's impossible. I live here. I called Central on the radio." "Control Center, there's an inmate in E347, but he doesn't appear in records." "Marcus, E347 has been empty for 3 months. The previous inmate, Frank Williams, died in 2019. I turned off the radio and looked at Frank. He was still sitting there, watching me. "Frank, what year is it?" 2024. "Why are you asking?" "Frank, you died in 2019. He looked surprised. "I died? But I'm here." "Yes, but as a ghost." Frank thought for a long time. Maybe that's why nobody talks to me anymore. The next night, another anomaly in Block D. A sick inmate was lying in cell 298. There was nobody in the medical records. "What's your name?" I asked. "Robert Martinez, liver cancer." Doctor gave me 6 months. I checked Robert's records. Robert Martinez had died of cancer in 2020, 4 years ago. "Robert, you died 4 years ago." "I died? But I'm still suffering. I still feel sick. Because you died in your illness. Your spirit is still suffering." The 3rd night, I encountered an even stranger situation in Block A. A young man in cell 156 was punching the walls, very angry. "Hey, calm down," I said. "I won't calm down. I'm going to be acquitted. I'm innocent." "What's your name?" "Tommy Jackson. They wrongly imprisoned me. My lawyer will win the case." I researched Tommy Jackson's records. He had committed suicide in his cell in 2018. He'd fallen into despair while trying to prove his innocence. "Tommy, your case was lost. You died in 2018. "That's a lie. My lawyer is good. We have evidence." "Tommy, the real killer was caught after you died. Your innocence was proven." "Really?" His eyes lit up. "Yes. You don't need to stay here anymore." When I researched further, I saw the pattern. Every inmate who died in prison was still here, continuing to serve their sentence. But they weren't visible to living guards. Only I could see them for some reason. I told Captain Rodriguez about the situation. "Captain, the dead inmates are still in their cells." "Marcus, this is a very dangerous topic. Don't tell anyone, because this prison has been open for 60 years. Hundreds of people died here. If they were all still here, they are all here." "Yes, and only some guards have the ability to see them. You're one of them." "What should I do?" "Why? Help them. Help them complete their sentences. Help them find peace." I talked with Frank Williams at length. He had committed murder but was remorseful. "Frank, the victim's family forgave you. The boy's mother came and talked to you. She said, 'Frank has changed. He's not dangerous anymore.'" "Really?" "Yes. You served your sentence. You're free now." Frank cried. "I suffered remorse for 15 years. I remember that man every night. Now you can go see him." To apologize. Frank left his cell and walked down the corridor. As he walked, he became transparent and disappeared. I also helped Robert Martinez. "Robert, your pain can end. You're not sick anymore." "But it still hurts." "Because you're not letting go. Release your illness. Return to your healthy body." Robert breathed deeply. The pain is going away?" "Yes. You're healed now." Robert also left peacefully. I told Tommy Jackson in detail that his innocence had been proven. Tommy, the real killer, was David Miller. He was caught in 2020. Your name was cleared. "Finally, I'm free." "Yes, you're free." Tommy ran out of his cell as if running to freedom. I encountered dozens more ghost inmates. William Chen, drug dealer, died from addiction. He needed to learn to stay clean. Sarah Martinez, fraud, died of heart attack. She was burning with desire to return the money she stole. James Wilson, assault charge, died in a fight. He needed to abandon violence. I talked with each one, helped them experience remorse for their crimes, and they completed the forgiveness process. The most difficult case, 22-year-old Lisa Brown, imprisoned for drug trafficking, died of overdose. She was still very young and couldn't accept her death. "Lisa, your mistake wasn't that big, just wrong decisions." "But my family, I disappointed them." "Your family loves you. They visit your grave. They miss you." "Really?" "Yes. And you've changed. You served your sentence. You're a good person now." Lisa hugged me crying. "Thank you." Nobody had ever spoken to me so kindly. Lisa's farewell was the most beautiful. She was smiling as she left. When the prison administration learned about the situation, they started a special program, Spiritual Rehabilitation Service, to bring peace to dead inmates. I also trained other guards. Some developed the ability to see ghost inmates. Local media started showing interest. A news story came out titled, "Detroit Prison Rehabilitates Ghost Inmates." The prison experienced its cleanest period in history. When ghost inmates found peace, living inmates also became calmer. Current situation. I still work at Detroit State, now as a spiritual guard. I serve both living and dead inmates. Important lesson. Justice doesn't only operate while living. Some people continue to suffer remorse even after death. Prison isn't just a body prison, it's also a soul prison. True rehabilitation happens through remorse and forgiveness. If you work in the prison system, remember, every inmate has a story. Living or dead, everyone deserves a second chance. Committing a crime doesn't make someone a monster. Remorse and change are always possible. Frank was freed from murder guilt, Robert was freed from illness pain. Tommy was freed from the burden of false accusation. Lisa was freed from disappointment. Sometimes the most important rehabilitation isn't for the living, but for spirits seeking peace. Marcus Thompson, spiritual guard, standing against injustices for both living and dead. One inmate, one story, one salvation. Because everyone deserves freedom after serving their sentence, even after death. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.